What up? What up? It is everybody's favorite waiver wire video. It is the team defense, and I got 6 team defenses for you to help fill in on your bye week or with your streaming defense needs. Hit that subscribe button because you want to be here every single week. 6 of these teams, all of these teams are rostered in less than 50% of leagues. Let's get down to biz. Every team that I will be mentioning will be going in order from most available to least available, except for my last 2 teams, which are my favorite pickups of the week. Now, this one might catch some people by surprise, but those Washington Commanders, you know why I want to play them this week? It's not just because of what they did this past week. It's because the Cleveland Browns going into week 4 we're already giving up like the second most points to team defense, and they only got worse versus a pretty bad defense. So Commandos, pick them up.
Pick them up.
Let's do it. Only 1% rostered. Now, this one might come as a shock to a lot of people, but we got 4 teams on bye, and we got some bad matchups out there as well for some of the premier teams. This team used to be a premier team, the New England Patriots. Oh, yeah. It's all about the matchup this week. They're going up against Miami. I doubt Tua is going to be coming back. I'm recording this before the Monday night game happens, so we don't know what's up with Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley comes out and throws for 300 yards and like 3 touchdowns. I'll say don't start the Patriots, but Miami's going into Foxborough. Very tough to play there. So New England Patriots, only 3% rostered. You better go pick them up.
Pick them up.
Let's do it. My next team here, only 14% rostered, the Indianapolis Colts, double-digit points in back-to-back weeks. And then now they are going over to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have been pretty suspect, to say the least. They're giving up like top 10 points to the team defense. There's a lot of different levels of team defense here and who are rostered and what. These guys are 14% rostered. Go pick them up.
Pick them up.
But hold out for my last 2 defenses because those are my favorite ones out of all of them. Packers is another team that's been doing very solid on the defensive side of things, and they're 31% rostered, and they're going up against the Rams right now. And the Rams still no Puka, more than likely, still no Cup, more than likely. There's a lot worse that you could do than the Green Bay Packers. Xavier McKinney's been killing it. 1 INT in every single game this year. 4 to start the season. Killing it. They got the Rams, and then they got the Cardinals. Rams are a good matchup. Cardinals, not so much. But yeah, the Packers, 31% rostered. Go pick them up.
Pick them up.
They're actually the most rostered team out of every team that I'm going to mention here. Remember, I saved my best 2 defenses for last. These are the guys who you should be targeting. Jumping over to the Seattle Seahawks. This team has cracked my list in week 1, in week 3, and they killed it each time. Of course, they were not on my list for week 4, but they were dropped significantly going into this game versus the Lions. Now they are 26% rostered. They are readily available, and they got the Giants in week 5. I don't care what happens in week 4 versus the Lions unless there's a shitload of injuries. Knock on wood. Because Seattle has been very, very solid. They're 3-0 right now in real life, and their defense has been keeping them in every single game. And they got the Giants. Need I say more? My last team. This is my favorite team to pick up. One of the big reasons is because they're only 16% rostered. That is the Denver Broncos, who in the last 2 weeks took it to Tampa Bay, took it to the Jets. And oh man, who do they got coming up in week 5? They got the Raiders. They got the Raiders. So not only have the Broncos just been killing it in general, now they have a really good matchup to go up against. I say you got to pick them up.
Pick them up.
You might be playing them for a couple weeks here because they got the Raiders, they got the Chargers, and then they got the Saints, then they got Carolina, Baltimore. Tough matchup, but next 4 matchups for the caliber of defense that they've been showing, you might be able to pick them up and run with them for 4 weeks in a row. So that's another reason why I really like the Broncos as a pickup this week and to start. Patrick Surtain, man, he takes away half the field and makes everything so easy. And even though they lost Alex Singleton last week, didn't miss a beat. Yeah, so pick them up.
Pick 'em up.
If you play an IDP, make sure you go check out the different videos that are popping up right now. IDP, offense, everything. I'll be your biggest fantasy resource for the season. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and add me to your roster and add me to the top tier part of that roster of fantasy football content creators that you watch. Click on one of the videos that's popping up right now. It's all money. One of these pickups could win you your league.